All right. Happy day, everybody. Yes, welcome to a new adventure into a new place. We're coming up here to the Americas. We're going to be looking at Mesoamerica, your first and large civilizations in America. We're talking about the Mayans and the Aztecs and the Incas. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have a good time. Let's get right into it. So here we go. Get your pens and papers ready. Here we go. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Yes, there is a map of the Mayan world. Here's the Yucatan Peninsula. Notice they have what type of structures? They have, that's right, pyramids. Good deal. So let's get right into it. Having your notes ready. So we are looking at, all right, number 3, the Mesoamerica. Let's look at the Mayans. Capitalize this. The Aztecs and the Incas. We'll get to the Incas tomorrow. So what was unique about the Maya? The Maya civilization began as early as 2000 BCE and continued to have a strong presence in Mesoamerica for over 3,000 years until what European group will conquer all this area? It's the language they speak down there today. The Spanish, that's right, arrived in 1519. The Maya were organized into powerful city-states. The Maya were located in North America, South America, Central America, in a region that is today made up of southern Mexico, make sure you know this one, Yucatan Peninsula, Guatemala, Belize, and northern El Salvador. They built hundreds of cities filled with large, that's what they built them out of. What do you think they built it out of? Stone structures. The Maya are perhaps the best known today for their many, I mentioned it earlier on the map, what'd you see? Pyramids, that's right, and many pyramids like the Egyptians, just different. All right, they built pyramids to their gods that towered hundreds of feet tall. The Maya were the only American civilization to develop an advanced, what did they do with their writing, their language? And the only of these three civilizations that had an advanced written language. They also excelled in mathematics, art, architecture, and astronomy. They're well known for their calendar that supposedly predicted the end of the earth, but it didn't happen. The golden age of the Mayan civilization happened from 250 AD to 900 AD. So that's when things were pretty good. An estimated 2 million Mayan descendants still live on the Yucatan Peninsula. Early Mayans tried to enhance the features of the children by pressing. They would take boards and press them on the foreheads of their kids so that they would be flat. They thought that was beautiful. They would also dangle objects in the front of their eyes to make them cross-eyed. And they thought that was beautiful. It was a sign of being elite. Children were also named according to the day they were born. Every day, 365 days, each had a new name. They also used human sacrifices. That's right. The Mayans and the Aztecs had a lot of human sacrifices. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get to that in a second. They're going to use human hair to sew up wounds. All right, the upper-class women, they would file their teeth to these really sharp points, and they thought that was beautiful. Early Mayans also performed, and I said this earlier, human sacrifices. That's right, to their gods. They still sacrifice today chickens. They don't sacrifice people anymore, but they do chickens. They also played a ball game. A lot like, it was much like a combination of basketball, soccer, and I want to say football because they slam into each other, but with no hands, no feet, and it would end in a human sacrifice. But what's weird is we don't know if it was the winners or the losers because it was an honor to be sacrificed, so it might have been the winners. Sometimes severed heads, they were used as the ball. The game is still played today. It is called, you should look it up, Ulama. All right? But everyone gets to keep their heads. Although the Mayan people live today, the last self-governing Mayan state submitted to all right, what group of people took them over? We speak that language down there. The Spanish in 1697. So that's like 200 years after Christopher Columbus. No one knows how the Mayan Empire declined. We don't really know what happened. They had a lot of people. Experts think famine, disease, drought, overpopulation may have caused their decline. Maybe one day we will know the real reason because you. Maybe it could have been. Maybe you'll become a historian and things will be really cool because of you. All right, let's look at a few pictures. All right, y'all want to see? All right, check out the forehead. This is a forehead of a Mayan skull. Check it out. See how it's flat? Well, what's this? The teeth. Remember I said the teeth? They did more than just sharpen them to points. They would drill holes in them and put jewels inside of their teeth. Check this out. There's that teeth. They would file their teeth like that. They thought that was beautiful. Look how sharp those points are. Yep. And here's a picture of the game, of them still playing the game today. And I'll give you more about that when we get to the Aztecs, because they also play a game too. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at the Aztecs. All right, so what was unique about the Aztecs now? The Aztec Empire was located in central, all right, let's go Mexico. Central Mexico. It ruled much of the region from the 1400s until who came in and took them over again? The Spanish arrived in 1519. All right, much of the Aztec society centered on their religion and gods. They built large pyramids as temples to their gods and went to war to capture people they could. What did they do with the humans? They sacrificed. They would actually just go to war so that they could find sacrifices to their gods. Sometimes they would battle their neighbors just to capture people to sacrifice. The capital city of the Aztec Empire was called, all right, Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. This city was founded in 1325 on an island in Lake Texcoco. At the height of its power, the city likely had a population of 200,000 people. That's a lot of folks back then. At the center of the city was a large temple complex with pyramids and a palace for the king. The rest of the city was planned out in a grid-like fashion and divided up into districts. It had causeways built to get to the mainland. Remember, this is in the middle of a lake. All right, and it had aqueducts to bring fresh water to the city. The empire reached its height under the control of Montezuma the First. So around, I believe it's 15, am I right? Am I right? Yes, 1517, the priests of the Aztecs began to see omens of doom. They felt that something bad was going to happen. And guess what? They were right, or they were correct. And in 1519, Spanish conquistador Hernando Cortez, that's right, arrived in Mexico. And by 1521, the Spanish had conquered the Aztecs. There's only just a few of them. And they conquered all of them. And I'll tell you why in a second. They tore down much of the city of Tenochtitlan and built their own city on the site called today, it's the capital of Mexico, which is Mexico City. They drained the lake and they built Mexico City. The name Aztec is actually made up by Europeans. They used to call themselves the Mexica. Their dead, sometimes, check this out, would be buried right under their houses. They would often sell themselves or their children into slavery to pay off their debts. Tenochtitlan had garbage in the man and was very clean. At the time of its discovery by Europeans, Tenochtitlan was bigger than most European cities. It was European, all right? This is why they were beat. European diseases that eventually defeated the Aztecs because they did not have an immunity to the European diseases. They also played a ball game like who did we learn about earlier? The Maya. It was very violent. Many courts would even have skulls of former players surrounding them. Aztecs were the first to introduce chocolate. Chocolate. I'm going to go fast. I'm running out of time to the Europeans. Cocoa seeds were even seen as a gift from the gods and were even used as currency. During the Battle of Tenochtitlan, some think that but check this out, 250,000 people died. Yes, and that takes us to the end. Check out the diseases. There's smallpox,